Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a fun one for you guys. We're going to be taking the Scania Touring 121 on a round trip from Frankfurt Airport into Frankfurt and back to Frankfurt Airport again. This is actually a trip that I've been wanting to do for a while now. So I think we're starting at the arrival, then we'll go to Frankfurt, and then we'll bring those people to the departures. So let me just get all these people checked in here. And we actually have a few things that we need to talk about. I know that I haven't really done a, well, actually it feels like I haven't done a video like this in a while, but that's just because I've been putting out videos last weekend, just because the F1 game just dropped, and then we got the hot fix for Fernbus and stuff like that. So yeah, but we got them all checked in, so we will be on our way soon. And I've never done this route like this in a round trip, but I absolutely love the Frankfurt Airport. I love leaving from here and stuff like that. It is it's tricky to get out. It's gonna put your driving skills to the test, but that's okay. That's what it's all about, being a bus driver, isn't it? Now, this is a shuttle service, guys. We're not doing this in a FlixBus route. Got to be careful here. It's very tight. Why are those cars parked at the bus stop here anyway? This feels like this is the part of the bus stop where the buses should be in. Nonetheless, we are on our way. This won't be too long of a trip. Okay, we just need to be careful around there, and then we need to take this little corner wide here. We're going to be going up over the curb. Nice and easy. There we go. Beautiful. This is the only other tricky part here, is because you have to come out of here and then immediately merge over to the right lane. But we managed to do that pretty smoothly, I must say. So, what's been happening? Well, we got a video from Fabian on Saturday discussing Denmark. Denmark will be a third-party release, so that means TML, they didn't do Denmark, they didn't work on that. But he also confirmed, even though it's already kind of been confirmed, but he definitely confirmed in his video that TML is working on a Poland DLC. I don't know, where they are on that or anything. I'm going to assume Poland is going to be bigger than Denmark, but we won't know until we get to DLC, will we? So, some very interesting things. Fabian did confirm in his video that the graphical settings, that's something that is going to apparently stay on the console, which is cool. But he did admit that they're not perfect, but I guess they're going to work on it to try to get it better. Again, guys, I'm just the messenger. I'm telling you guys, what was said. So yeah. Another thing I should point out is that patch notes on PS5 do not work. Okay. Now, this is something I'm going to be honest with you guys about. This isn't on Aerosoft's end. Okay, so when Fabian said that they were giving the patch notes to PlayStation, he was right. They were. And it was a feature on the PS4. Like, even right now, Gas Station Simulator updated a week or so ago. I could go and I could check that game out, and it'll give me the patch notes for that game. PS5 games, there's no option. And I actually pointed that out to Fabian, and he checked into it, and he said that I was right. For some reason on PS5, they don't do it, but they still allow the developers to put the patch notes in, which I find just dumb on Sony's part. You know what I mean? For PS5 titles, if they don't put it in the system so we can see it, what's the point in having the developers, take their time to put patch notes in? So unfortunately, I guess we just don't get patch notes. You know, because it definitely doesn't look like that they're interested in sharing those with the public on Facebook or Twitter or even in their own Discord. They don't do that. So, you know, it is what it is. Every time we get a patch, I check out the game, I look into it, I try to find what was fixed, you know, what wasn't, and stuff like that, and then report it back to you guys. Someone did tell me after the hotfix this weekend that the day to night transitions looked better. Not on my game. They still look horrible. Fabian did say to me on Facebook that it's difficult for them because it's something that they're having a hard time recreating, I guess. So, you know, fingers crossed, but I'm not hopeful that that's ever going to get fixed. What else? Let's see. In the video, I mean, Fabian did say that they were going to, you know, keep working on improving the game and stuff like that. And you know what? I hope like hell they do. I really do. You know, and so far, I mean, they have been giving us patches, you know. But, yeah, moving forward, I really hope that they do continue to work on the game and continue to fix some bugs. You know, heard reports of issues with the cover class. You know, the announcements don't work. The AC's busted. Not just on them though. The AC's busted on them. It's busted on the new man buses. It's also busted on the MB Sprinter. I'll turn the AC on, and I'll turn on 21 Celsius like I do with all the buses. And I was getting the people complaining that it was too cold. So I kept turning it up. I had it to 23.5, and they were still complaining that it was cold. So I don't know what's going on. And I mean, it was in June. You know, the date, it's right on the GPS. It was in June that I was doing that. You guys know I keep that up to date with the system. So, yeah, definitely still has bugs in the game. But the fact that they fixed the MB Sprinter so quickly, I'm not going to beat them up about that. You know, because honestly, although, yes, there's other buses in the game that are broke, they're not undrivable. The MB Sprinter just wasn't there. You know what I mean? We paid $20 for a DLC, and literally one of the buses that was supposed to be in the DLC that we paid for just wasn't even available. So I'm glad they fixed that as quick as they did, and I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed. I was impressed that they fixed it that quick. But with that being said, I don't think there's a lot more to say about the future of the game. They did mention, I believe Den put it in my Discord, that someone from TML, I'm guessing it was in the TML Discord, they did say that they're working on the tourist bus. They're working on the update, and they said later this year, but he said something to the fact of sooner than that sounds. So, fingers crossed, and he said it's going to be a major update. So, you know, we know that it's going to come to Unreal Engine 5, just like Fernbus is on. You know, we know that they want to do fixes and stuff like that. So, man, fingers crossed that we get a good, decent update for Tourist Bus very soon. So, moving on to our route here. This is a fun route. I really enjoyed doing this, and the way it's set up, you can constantly continue. So when you're done with this route, you can continue it because it starts at the arrival, so you can go from there back to Frankfurt, back to the departure, back to the arrival. I mean, you can just keep doing this trip if you really wanted to. And yeah, I enjoy it. I'm going to try to figure out how to do more of these round trips like this, because I think they're pretty cool, and I feel like that they're a little more realistic. Maybe not in a coach sense, but definitely like on a city bus level. I should mention too that all of my graphical settings are turned all the way up. Everything's on Epic, and the resolution setting thing is all the way on 100. And honestly, I had one issue when I had the graphical settings set to epic. I don't remember which trip it was now, but I had severe FPS drop, and not like just a stutter or like just a little bit of a drop. Like it was in slow motion for a long time, long enough where I had to stop. I couldn't continue on with the trip being like that. It just looked like the whole game was running at maybe 5 FPS. It was horrible. But since then, I haven't had any issues. Like I said, this is the second video that I've uploaded where the graphic settings are set to max. The video you guys seen on Monday, all the settings were maxed out as well, and no performance issues. So I don't know if it's something they tweaked in the hotfix, but yeah, it seems to be performing fairly well. Now, I do know that some people on the Xbox are still saying that the performance is questionable. So I don't know. I really wish that they could get it straightened out on both consoles. Well, all 3 consoles, I guess I should say. So as you can see, the bus, it does tilt. We're tilting it. That works. I actually love that middle mirror working now. Wait a minute. What the hell happened? Did you guys just see that? Wait a minute. Let me get these guys on the bus. What is wrong with that livery? That livery was not pixelated like that when we started.
Hi, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Auf geht's.
Why do the people that get off the bus hang around the bus stop? Why don't they just leave? Because I'm trying to play it a little more realistic where you don't see the little icons above the people. But it makes it difficult because they hang out right at the bus stop and they stand like right next to the people that want to get on the bus. Why don't they just disappear? Okay, let's see here. Okay, we didn't get those. So yeah, look at this. So, am I wrong, guys? Like, I could have swore this looked fine when we started. And now look at it. It's all blurry again. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, unless I'm just not remembering, I could have swore that looked fine in the beginning of the video. So something had to happen on the way where those graphics went to hell. Well, no matter. We are on our way. Now we are going back to the airport. I do like Frankfurt. I like the skyline of it. I like the town, the city, whatever you want to call it. Now, I do have the traffic on 60. It is Sunday morning, so maybe that's why we're not seeing a ton of traffic. I usually have it set to 75, but since one of the updates, it was too much. There was just way too much traffic, so I was turning it down. And now today, it doesn't seem like there's that much traffic at all. With the density set at 60, so I may have to bump it back up to 75 because I like a little bit more traffic. But then again, this is all right because, like I said, this is a Sunday morning, so you probably wouldn't have a ton of traffic. And it's okay too because this is actually Father's Day that I am recording this on, so it makes sense that there wouldn't be a lot of traffic on Sunday morning on Father's Day, right? I think that seems pretty cool. So guys, with the 2 new bus DLCs, What are your favorite buses now? Has it changed anything for you? Like, I know prior to that, the Neoplan Skyliner was always everybody's favorite bus, but what about now? Do you guys still feel the same way? Are you still partial to the Skyliner? Whoa. What the hell was that? So I'm guessing the sun kind of caught the buildings. All right, so I mean, that's not too bad. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Wow, I almost did not see that traffic light because that sun's right there. I think a lot of the issue, is with the scale of the game with the sun. I mean, like you can watch the sun right now. You can see the sun's moving across the sky, and that's, I think, part of an issue. I think that they could maybe work on that to try to get that a little better, because the weird movement of it and the jarring of the shadows sometimes catches you off guard. Now this looks fine. This is looking decent. But yeah, that did catch me off guard. Wow, that sun's making it really difficult to see these stoplights. Not gonna lie, guys. But yeah, so far with the DLCs, I do like that little VDL, that little bus. That's really fun to drive. Of course, I like the MB Sprinter. I liked it in Tourist Bus, so there's no reason why I wouldn't like it in this game. The CMCs, the Comfort Class, they're pretty cool. But I think the MAN, or man, whatever you want to call them, the third gen, I liked them. But overall, I think the VDLs and the Scanias are probably my favorite buses in game. There's just something about them. They look good, you know. I don't know. I just like them. But like I said, the new MANs, I love the dashboard. I love that like black and white layout. That's it's just so nice. It looks so good. Ooh, that's done. Right in my face. So, you know, the one thing I will say about this game, there's so many routes you can go on. There's so many different things you can do. You know, like obviously I haven't unlocked everywhere yet. But honestly, even this, I've done Frankfurt to the airport before. Like I said, not like just in a round trip manner. And I don't know, it doesn't get old. Like, it's still fun. I think maybe I just enjoy the driving aspect of it. One thing I will point out, they did a good job with the mirrors. I know I sound like a broken record with that, but I mean, it looks smooth, you know? And I mean, mirrors is kind of a difficult thing in video games because it's not an actual reflection. They can't do that. So it's literally like the game being played in the mirrors again. So it takes a lot to do that, and for them to get it as smooth as they did, it's kind of impressive, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those things where it's like they did such a good job on that, and then other things they kind of dropped the ball on. It's yeah, it's something. Here's where I need to have my wits about me, because we all know how the highways are, and I still get parts of this game where the traffic's just stopped for some reason, and now it's to the point where certain areas, every time you go there, The traffic is like that. There's just like 5 or 6 cars that are just stopped for absolutely no reason. And I know it's something that's, an issue with pretty much everybody. I haven't seen too many say that they don't have that problem in the game. And I think the people that say they don't have that problem, maybe they're not paying attention or something. I don't know. Another thing I would like to point out, with the graphic settings set all to epic, as you can see, going down the highway anyway, the trees don't seem to be popping in like they were prior to it. I feel like on the highway anyway, that's improved. But now in the cities, like trash cans and stuff like that, still really pop in. But I guess any improvement we'll take, right? You gotta take what you can get with some of these games, man. This is definitely one. Anything that gets improved, is a huge plus. All right, so one more quick, tricky little lane change here. Merge over to the right one more time. And our stop is just in front of us. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
Überpünktlich. Das ist ja kaum zu glauben.
PlayStation